So today we're at Pawtuckaway State Park, and I figured I'd give you a a quick tour of the campground. It's not going to be easy to do this as a quick tour. It's a big place, but we'll give you a look at the campground. And in a future video here, we'll have some views of some of the hiking trails and that. Alright, so what you have here is the main entrance to the park. This will be the road you'd be coming up in to get in here, and this is the way in. Now this time of year, I'm actually in the early season. So the gate here is closed and you're going to come in through this way to get in and out. You have to, if you're coming into the campground, you have to come this way anyway because you've got to register at the main office. And after checking in, we head down this way. Now the fun part is that we're over 2.5 miles from where I'm camping. And I walked all the way over here to get these shots. So now I gotta walk all the way back. Now in the regular operating season, of course, you'd want to stop here instead. You'd still have to stop at the other building to check in if you're camping, but then they also want to check your tags here to make sure you're actually allowed in the campground. There'll be somebody in this booth here, you'd stop here and check in with somebody here, but this time of year, where it's off season, it's all closed. So only a short distance from the visitor center, you come up to the trail to the fire tower. Mountain Trail, Fire Tower, 3 miles. So you get Snow Slickers, Southern New Hampshire. So it's also part of the snowmobile trail system too. Let's take a peek in at that sign over there. There's a lot of hiking trails in this park. So if you're into hiking, this is a good place to visit. Information board here. All kinds of different trails you can take here. So yeah, this is going to be a fun place to visit. A lot of stuff to see here. See, these trails here are just marked with little diamonds and stuff here. I'm guessing these are like cross-country ski trails. They don't show up on the trail maps at all. So I'm guessing that's what those are for. Kind of narrow for snowmobile trails. And yep, this is still the area around the trail to the fire tower. They don't want you parking here. They want you to park back at the visitor center. Probably only about a 1/4 mile up the road from here. Okay, here's another entrance to some of the trail system here. This goes up to the Fundy Trail. And this, we're coming up onto the first section of the campsites, Neals Cove. We're going to go down and visit Neals Cove now. See what's down here. We're probably about halfway between the visitor center and the campground, that's part of the campground that I'm camping in. So, good mile or so back here before you get to this entrance, and I don't even know how far this road's going to have to go down before we actually reach Neals Cove. So, let's take a peek. Alright, we're coming up to a split in the road here. Got the parking lot for Neals Cove. And then down this way you got a canoe launch and youth camping area. I'm guessing youth camping must be like group sites there for Boy Scout groups and things like that. Well, let's see if we can find this canoe launch. Take a peek in there. Yeah, this is the parking lot for the boat launch area and the youth camping sites. You got some sites here that are just for vehicles that are here to launch boats. And you got your canoe launch down here. So take a peek over here. If you want to bring a canoe along here, you can launch that down here. And if you can drive down here and launch it off your car, or if you have to carry it down. I don't own a canoe, so I don't know what the procedure is. But let's see. Yeah, it's a little muddy down here. Of course it is. It's mud season. What do you expect? That looks like a nice little area. Yeah, it looks like you can bring your vehicle down here. Got a little turnaround spot here for you. And a blue jay. And come down here, launch your boat. And gives you access to Pawtuckaway Lake. Very nice. Nice little quiet place down here. And you got some trails here. One of the group campsites up this way. There's several of these around here, so but they mainly aim for like Boy Scout groups, I think. Things like that. Looks like you got little scattered fire pits and things like that here for various groups, so that's a neat little setup. Okay. Looks like they got several of these group sites down this way. So I'm not going to go exploring through all of them. I just wanted to see, take a peek in here. There's a lot of ground to cover today. Looks like we got a larger group camping area up this way. Several of these setups up here. There's A, B, and C down that way. Too much mud, I'm not going there. And you got area D and a pavilion up here to use. Not bad, they could do quite a bit of stuff up here. Okay, nice little pavilion. Got area D over there. More group camping. Well set up for this stuff here. Yeah, another group camping area by reservation. Alright. Hey. So here's the way into Neals Cove camping area. In a dirt parking lot. Also looks like we found the only dumpsters in the entire park here. Which is kind of an odd setup. Usually most campgrounds I go to, they have dumpsters all over the campground, but you gotta get well over a mile to get to the dumpsters from where I'm camped. Usually I like to throw out a bag of trash every day there, and I couldn't find a dumpster this morning to do so. Zero waste and recycling services. Okay. Please use side door. Alright. So there's all your various dumpsters here, so at least we have a place to throw trash, but I may end up holding on to all my trash until I'm ready to go home, and then just drive down here, stop over here, and drop it all off before heading on my way. We'll see. Yeah, supposedly, oops, big hole in the ground there. Supposedly there's a camp store and everything down this way, obviously closed right now. Nice little park over there. Street sets. And a nice bridge, so I head towards that bridge right now. Okay, so we got another group picnic area, pavilion set up. This one here, I guess, unlike the other pavilion we stopped at, which was actually part of a group camping area, this one here you could just reserve for the day here, and if you had a large group that needed an outing, you could use this site. Yep, seems like a nice place. You got a bunch of tables here, kind of close together, but you got a bunch of tables. You got a fireplace. Actually has some heat for everybody to sit around. You got electric lighting in here. I guess that's probably, yeah, it looks like a bathhouse up there. Not a bad setup. Does require a reservation to be able to use it properly, but not bad. Not that I'm ever going to be out in a big group. I much prefer being by myself. Interesting. Seem to be little fire pits scattered throughout the woods over here. Obviously not in use anymore. Well, this must have used to have been a group camping area at one point in time. Doesn't look very useful for that purpose now. Too many trees. Things like that, so Looks like you'd set the woods on fire if you tried to use those. Hey, a nice little bridge over here. The actual camping area is down that way, so it's a dirt road down there, but it looks like you can drive down there. Looks like a pleasant area to visit though. I guess this bridge must go to a hiking trail system then. Alright, work our way over to the camping area, see what that looks like. And cover a fair amount of distance to get to some of these places. But this looks like a nice area to camp. Might want to consider coming down here the next time I come to this campground. Another one of these campgrounds there where I'm more interested in coming here during the off season. This is a big campground. It's going to get busy. It's going to get noisy. Definitely wouldn't want to come here during peak season. Okay, a nice little dam over there. And up here must be the camp store. Obviously closed this time of year. No surprise there. And I guess you can rent boats here. There's the store. Again, closed up for the season, but should be opening up pretty soon. Yeah, looks like they got some work to do. It's pretty empty inside. Let's see what's down here. Okay, it seems to be another form of a boat launch area. Apparently they're also doing some work out in this area too. You have tie-offs and things like that. You pull your boat in. Probably works better when the water's a little bit higher. Seems it's actually kind of low right now. I'm guessing that's what this is for. Yeah, sorry about the background noise. They're apparently doing some work on some old trees and stuff here. That happens when you come in the pre-season though. That makes a nice little area over here though. There's a little dam there. It's kind of like a pond area. And the main lake itself over there. Alright, let's go see some of these noisy campsites over here. Okay, that's the way into the very noisy camper loop here. It's all part of Neals Cove. Normally it wouldn't be this noisy here. You wouldn't have those chainsaws going off here. Now, this is what the campsites look like. Quiet little wooded sites. This obviously isn't open right now, so I'm not going to go down that way. So I'm going to miss some of the sights here, I'm afraid. But we don't want to bother those people. So we're going to go down to the other side there. Take a look down that way. Still working down there cutting trees. We're going to go the wrong way down the one-way road instead. Came in the back way. See some of the campsites down this side. This is what your typical campsite down here looks like. This is site 223. Much smaller sites down here, more catering to tenting crowds and anything else, but nice wooded area though. Kind of like this area. More my speed. If I were to come down during peak operating season, I'd probably come down this way. Maybe a little quieter here. This area obviously gets some mud. Put all this gravel down here. This is site 221 over here, so definitely these sites are really more catered towards the tent crowd rather than the camper crowd. Nice thing about having just a camper van like I've built is that I can fit where the tents can go. As long as I can find myself a level spot to park the van, I can fit in there. So I can come in as a tent camper. It's great. Obviously, if I was going to come down here towing my trailer with my scooter on board, probably wouldn't come down to this part of the campground. Just trying to maneuver around with that trailer would be rather difficult. That, and with the dirt road down here, I wouldn't want to bring the scooter down here anyway. Yeah, that's what these sites are for. These are tent campsites. These are not camper sites. 220. Obviously they're definitely not set up for the season down here yet. But you can get some nice areas here. We get easy access to the lake and everything down here. Well, small, very uneven campsites. Site 219. A pretty nice site over here. Again, tent camping. Wouldn't even be able to find a level spot to park my van on this site. 218. And down here we got a cool little footbridge out to a small island. That we'll have to visit. Kind of uneven terrain on that bridge. Sorry about that. And now we're on a little island out on the lake here. And just a little sitting area. Some trails to explore. Nice. Again, probably wouldn't be so nice in the peak season. Lots of other people out here. Little beach and stuff like that though. That's neat. I like that. Okay, we're back at the little man-made pond. Looks like there's a short trail that will bring me over to that bridge, so I'm going to come up this side this time. Come out across that bridge. Alright, we're back to this bridge again. Taking a look through here. So it turns out this park is so big I had to make this a two-parter. Join me in the next video where I will show you the beach, Big Island with the cabins, and Horse Island. Until then, thanks for watching, and a special thanks to my supporters who bought me some gas to help me on my adventures. Remember to slow down and enjoy life, and I will talk to everybody later.